Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the padding. I am, as ever and always, your host, the Padding Runner. I was actually thinking about that just a bit ago, Act. Obviously, I have an interest in gaming history, but I'm not sure there's really a value in bothering to try... That's funny, to quote it. I wonder what about that specifically would get it muted. I'm not sure if there's anything really worthwhile, excuse me, in reviewing such an old game, because I can pretty much tell you how that review would go right now. It would suck. Terrible interface, terrible visuals, terrible visual presentation, terrible controls. Like, there's no good there, you know? Yeah, I wonder what it grabbed, Dakota. Yes, I do believe so. Yeah, too old to be good. I've said before and I'll say it again that good design is universal, but, well, frankly, people weren't even trying with video games until the mid-'80s. Having said that, I was looking at the 4X list of games, and one game on that list I think will review quite well, because it's actually coming up soon-ish. It's, where is it? Master of Orion 2. Because Master of Orion 2 is actually a good game now. But they also did a lot right in the interface side of things, because, you know, it's a 4X game and they thought about that, go figure. But that's 1996. That's well into the era of gaming has gotten good, so... Anyways, if I was to write a Zelda movie, I would probably go ahead and make it an adaptation, so its own work. I wouldn't try to retread any of the existing ground. Probably lean into Ocarina, because that's the popular one. And then just kind of have inferences and references. Pretty much the same general thing to do with the Mario game. Mario movie. But, you know, good. So this is interesting. I don't actually know where to go next, and nothing's telling me where to go next. We've already talked to Fi. So let's find out where we're supposed to go next here. Let's see. So we did that. Yep, we did the Silent Realm. Yep. Ah, okay. I remember what that is. I thought we did, but yeah, sure. What we got? You can use the treasure and items you found throughout the course of your adventure to improve your equipment. There's a matching stone somewhere in Skyloft. Same thing she said last time. Not surprising, Act. A remake, a proper remake, is a lot of work and effort. It is functionally making a new game, just with a pre-existing design document. So, it's not surprising they wouldn't want to. Anyways, fortunately, I just looked this up, because I gotta be honest, I don't think I would have found this otherwise. It's right here. What's another thing? Do you trust Bethesda? Starfield Bethesda? To do anything with Fallout 1 and 2? Now, if they farmed that out, sure. I mean, Fallout 76, which I remind you is not core Bethesda's team, has actually been able to turn it around into an actually decent freaking game. So, you know, there's some options here. So, I'm sure this is funny. But this ties into what Frieza was already talking about. Like, this is where you hid the Triforce? And how you hid the Triforce? I've been chewing on the specifics of what negatives and how that's going to get. Yeah, that's the other thing. The Triforce is hidden in the Goddess of the Temple. The single most obvious place it could possibly have been. My calculations indicate an 85% chance the structure you uncovered encounters the High Triforce. Oh my god. This is what I was literally just now typing up the negative that this is referring to. No, not for Phi being useless. That's unrelated. But for the fact that for a game that has someone who can literally tell you things and tells you the bleeding obvious constantly, this is a Zelda game with bad guidance. And if there's one thing that Zelda games should live and breathe, it's the exact same thing as Metroid's, by the way. It's guidance. What did I praise constantly, over and over and over when we were going through Super Metroid? At every single point in time, just by looking at the map or looking at the terrain or what you had just done, you can figure out exactly where you need to go next. Or, excuse me, that's not true. You can figure out roughly where you need to go next. There was direction built into the game. Frankly, LTTP does this too. A Link Between Worlds does this too. Minish Cap did this. This game is bizarrely obtuse for a game that is also one of the most hand-holdy Zeldas ever. How do you manage both sides of that equation at the same time? That is impressive. Given this development, I project the moment for Zelda to fulfill her destiny and bring an end to Demise is close at hand. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the game. I get it. I get it, Fi. Thank you. Come on, game. And yes, Super Metroid still gets walked through at its negatives. And I stand by those negatives. And then there's the other 98% of the game. Yeah, this was a good idea to steal this wholesale from Twilight Princess. Let's be clear. That is a great item in Twilight Princess. Final dungeon. I don't think we're breaking 100, everybody. Like, there's no... other than the outro, which is final dungeon, final encounter, final boss. So we got 3 things left. I've already done the audit. I did that off camera. So what you're looking at here is about to be up to date. I'm typing up a few more things right now. But this is up to date. There's no, like... sudden last-minute positives, because that happens sometimes. Yes, we'll be playing the 3DS versions of Ocarina and Majora's! There's no way, even with Master Quest, there's no way Ocarina's gonna score this badly. Yeah, thanks, Skyward, for ruining the good game streak we had going on there. Okay. So yes, one more thing where we have to prove our worth. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember this dungeon. I don't. Like, by this point in the game, My memories of this game have faded to the point of all I remember is pain. The only thing I remember distinctly from this point onward is the final boss. And there's actually a really specific reason for that, too. Master, I have information to report. I've detected 3 sources of sacred power within this building. This power clearly radiates from the Triforce. I've triangulated 3 sources of power and marked them on your map. Yes, thank you. I saw that. On the map, which you opened for me. I didn't hit the map button. You forced me to look at the map, which had the glowing triangles, which are glittering, by the way, just in case you missed them somehow. And then you had to pop out and tell me the map is there with the Triforces. Never mind the fact that we know the Triforce is in here. Of course it friggity is. Okay, I need a moment. I actually need a moment. This is blood vessel bursting. My God. Hi, Ginkgo. So here's the gimmick of the dungeon. Welcome to hell. I have infamously said multiple times, I am not good at these kind of puzzles. These controls are not great. You're supposed to do these with the motion controls, by the way. Actually, let's do... I think you're right, Ross. The only question mark for me, and I'm sure you disagree with this, but again, it's just because I don't know, is tears. Yeah, I suck at puzzles. That's why I crush Talus like a bug. But, anyways. But no, I don't like these type of puzzles. I never have. Especially when I already have a headache. Okay, so let's do a rotation. Oh, the Tetris ones. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Those were amusing. Do I have... I can't move a room I'm in, which is really frustrating. You know what? I might just look this up. Like, honestly, just to get on with it. You know? Or it could not tell me the configuration. Probably not Frieza, but actually now I'm curious as some. Is there like a reset button? Master, I have new information for you. Analysis indicates that the shaking you just felt was caused by a change in the building structure. Now that the building structure has been altered, it appears you can enter the adjacent room. Because you're 3 years old, Master. I propose you use this control panel to move through the structure and collect the components of the Triforce. I hate you, Fi. Aha! Yura was right! Sorry, I'm reading ahead a little bit in the walkthrough. Is there a reset? Is there a reset? There's no reset, is there? Whatever, let's just go. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why it's a loading screen each time, it's because it actually is a loading screen each time, because they're different biomes. With different music from each of the different dungeons. Unfortunately, because I didn't reset, or couldn't reset, might be a better way to put that. Yeah, why are we getting rupees at this point? I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain. There is a section after this where we could go do optionally stuff. Will we? No. There's nothing to get at this point, at least not for us. But if we wanted 100% it, that would be the time to do it. I guess you haven't seen the short yet, Bella. Yes, is the answer to that. We have done the bamboo cutting. It was extraordinarily frustrating. I don't often recommend you just watch one of my shorts, but honestly, I think the short does a good job of explaining how that went. Yep, I was cutting so fast! Excuse me. That's cute. Okay. No, these don't spot. Everyone keeps asking about it. There's only 5 games in which spiders bother me. There's just the, well, 6 technically. There's only 6 games in which spiders bother me. That's it. That's the list. Why do those things look like monkeys, by the way? I knew it, Act. There's only one game that would cause you to react that way. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Skulltulas, but they don't trigger the phobia. Might be the better way to put that. Like, anybody who has a legitimate phobia knows it's different. There's a difference between, oh, that bothers me, and those are 2 very different things. Yeah, the movement is a huge deal for that. Really trying to get me to try out all the items here. Bury it, Giga. Bury it deep. Never hope. You'll never be disappointed. Life is pain! Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll see. I do plan to try it out, Act, but if they get to me, then they get to me, and that's how that is. Skyrim's spiders are very bad. Not the least of which because they're in first person. Like, honestly, Skyrim... this is gonna be funny, because nobody likes the spider negative. But Skyrim might get multiple spider negatives. Yeah, exactly. Pillars of Snow. Yes, there will be multiple bearer negatives. Hi, Hazardous. How ye be? In Skyrim, they are big, they are hairy, and they are right in your face because first person. Yes, this is our emotional support D12, I think. No? How many? Hang on. This is a D14. A little unorthodox, but okay, sure. I mean, there's actually a lot of weird dices out there. It's just a matter of math. I mean, geometry exists, right? So we have ways to math that kind of thing out. A friend of mine once had a D100. It was actually a sphere. It was very cool. It was like a sphere, and then inside was a sphere encased in some kind of liquid. And so you'd roll the outer sphere, and the inner sphere would go around, and whatever, you know, number would pop up on top. That's your dice roll. It was very cool. I've seen this really weird elongated thing before, which is pretty cool. I don't remember how many dice how many numbers were on it, but it was like a cylinder, right? Not bad, actually, Kitten Fan. Which is good, because I've been pretty negative on this game for the last several minutes. Like, that last stretch of padding was not doing my mood any favors. Jesus Christ, let me... Ah! Yeah, the problem is going to come when we start getting to the point where we have to start backtracking. On the plus side... I don't know if you've noticed, but almost every room, every cell, has like a solution. And once you've solved it, then, there we go. Once you've solved it, then you don't have to do the room anymore. Like, could you imagine having to redo every goddamned room every time you go through? Yeah, exactly, Bionic Punk. Speaking of, shortcut. In case you didn't catch this, that's the entrance to the whole room right there. So, yeah, there's our shortcut. Oh, I get why. Okay. Alright. It was worthy of watching, Blue Fusion Bolt. It is on both of my channels right now. Both of my YouTube channels, if you want to watch the VOD. So what's my goal here? Just get it out easy, so that can't be it. It's gotta be... Yep, okay, cool. Alright. Alright. I am vaguely sad that they recycled music. I don't have arrows. I don't know if the beetle's fast enough. Like, I have to hit him on a timer, like, as it's passing by, see? I'll try it. How do they not have arrow drops in the room that requires the use of arrows? We were just praising this dungeon for being well designed. That's just Skyward Sword in a nutshell, isn't it? It is so obvious this game did not have the QA testing it needed. This is the kind of thing any QA tester worth their salt would have immediately pointed out and been like, hey. You win, Spartan. Okay, there's some arrows. 10. Okay, so we're gonna have to ration these. Jesus. Good thing I didn't pick those up earlier. But then use them on something else. Alright, I hope I don't have to hit these in order or anything. Or on a timer. To be clear, I'm still having ire at this dungeon because it would be very easy for that barrel to not be there. Or to not drop arrows. Or to have already been picked up. That's a little silly. And yeah, there's another shortcut. Get. So that area's been solved. If it resets, that helps mitigate a lot. So now we're in the underworld section. What, Phi? The design carved into the floor there is a mark of furor. I detect the sacred power of the Triforce emanating from its vicinity. To reach the area where the mark is located, I propose you pass through the door in front of you. Phi. You might not have even noticed. Something I've been doing for the past couple of days now is I've been deliberately reading out her dialogue as is without hyperbole, because I want you to understand that I am not being hyperbolic. I'm not memeing. I am not exaggerating. I am not putting words into her mouth. She really is this bad. The more I play this game, the more it's pretty sure that they just gutted all of this dialogue from the first part of the game and then left the second part of the game alone. Because she was fine for, honestly, like half the game. I mean, hey, there's your destination. There's a door in front of you. Is honestly pretty pathetic. Hi, Lord Harrowmont. How's your day going? Yeah, you know what? She's just trying to keep me hydrated. Yeah, also, this is the last dungeon of the game. You'd think we'd figure out the dynamic of do puzzle, get key. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Excuse me. Yeah, no, it's the one that's in the corner. It's right there. Okay. Master, I know these things you've been doing for the last 60 hours. That's an example. This is only going to be like a 40-hour game. Only. Listen to me. Sure feels like longer. Okay, so shortcut. Over here. Oh, man, imagine if they didn't. Kit and Fen. Okay, so we need to get down there, and we are here. We can't move where we are. But this is actually a decent cycle, so let's do... Or no, other direction. We need to go up. And then over... Oh, we can't, can we? Because of that, the way that's lined up. We are, like, in the worst spot possible right now. Yes, I heard, Hardboiled. And yeah, Breath is still the longest, although Tears is going to beat it. Pretty much guaranteed. Even though we probably won't do, like... Well, I guess we're doing as much content in Tears, but still. Alright. That's true. See, this is why we pay Giga the big bucks. And yeah, I mean, we tried to do side quests in Breath, and then I started Googling side quests in Breath, and then I realized side quests in Breath suck. So we stopped doing that, except for, like, a couple. Okay. So... Looks like we... So, just to verify that I am correct about my presumptionation, these rooms are solved. No, you're fine, Giga, you're fine. Thank you. I think you were right. Not that you're there anymore. Getting fan. Thoughts on the Dragon Quest remakes? So, none of that was new to me. All that stuff had already been leaked and presented, like, months ago at this point. However, that's not what you asked. It makes perfect sense to me that they would remake Dragon Quest 1 through 3. Those are the darlings, right? Those are the ones that everyone cared the most about, especially in Japan, which is where the Dragon Quest series is literally a national holiday. Now, anybody who tells you Dragon Quest doesn't sell well in the West is a goddamned liar. Or Japanese, or both. But the fact is, it is more popular in Japan. So it makes sense that they'll go for the popular ones in Japan. When you get outside of Japan, opinions vary more, but most people tend to point to either 5, 8, or 11 as the darlings. They can't do anything with 11, and 8's already been ported around a bit. And you get the idea. Now, personally, the one... Yeah, exactly, Javaz. The one that I would love... I'm sorry, real quick derailment. It reminds me of when, I think it was Sakaguchi himself, was actually told about the sales figures for Final Fantasy VI in the States, and he was shocked because someone had told him that FF6 and FF in general didn't sell well in the West. And that was a complete goddamned lie. In fact, Final Fantasy is bigger outside of Japan than it is in Japan. Little sidebar there. I personally would love it if they would port forward Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6. First of all, they're great games. They're probably just like the best trilogy, the best bundle of Dragon Quest games. If you want to get Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, that's Dragon Quest. That's seminal Dragon Quest. Arguably 8 is better. Arguably 7 has parts of it better. Arguably 11 is the best. But 4, 5, 6 is a solid trilogy. And they're DS locked. So they're only really available on the DS, and they are honorously expensive to get a hold of a copy of nowadays. So I would love it if we could get some modern takes. Even just a port. Even just a port of the DS games would be awesome. Having said that, I'm still down for 1, 2, and 3 being ported forward. It also looks like we might be entering the realm of remake instead of just remaster. And I know that sounds weird because you're like, but the graphics are totally different. Graphics do not a remake make. That is the weirdest constructed sentence I've said lately. But it's true. Graphics are neat and all. I like improved graphics. And as Pillars of Snow pointed out, the depth of field is a little bit better. But graphics don't make a game remade. It's what they do with the story and what they do with the gameplay. That's what designs a remake. So we'll see. Now, let's see what dungeon we do next. Okay. There's our shortcut. Yeah, I'm not trying to say it's not a proper remake. I'm just saying we don't know. They have been extraordinarily tight-lipped about this, the whole thing. In fact, it is telling that the first bit of news we've had in literal years is that they are still coming out with 3 and also 1 and 2. Because remember, they announced the 3 remake, what, 3 years ago now? Yeah, okay. Me too, Blue Dragon, because it probably wasn't very good. All things considered. Yeah, still the news on Dragon Quest XII, which is fine. You want me to what? This can't be what it wants me to do. There's no way. That angle is just wrong for this. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is just a place to refill our bombs. Because there's no way, right? Oh, there's a what? Oh, right. Pay attention, Mara. And we're dead. Excuse me, Mr. Blob. We have places to be. And yeah, they didn't show us much about Prime 4, but I didn't need to see much about Prime 4. I was sold on it the moment they decided to A, cancel development and start over, and B, turn it over to Retro. Those two actions were enough faith for me, right there. That's not a joke. To be clear about that, plenty of projects are started and then, you know, like 5 years ago now, I think, Bionic Punk. Canceling development of a project, that's nothing new. Announcing it openly and being honest about it, that's rare. Most studios will just quietly do stuff behind the scenes, and good luck even finding out about it. When a studio is willing to walk out and say, hey, this game sucks, we're starting over, that actually gets my respect right there, immediately. I have sudden terrible memories of this. Yep. That's true, Bionic Punk. Most investors pretty much prevent that kind of thing from being possible. As a fresh reminder, investors are a plague on everything. Okay, so that didn't work. continuing to not work. There we go. Get into the hole of shame. Let's scout for a second, though. I haven't played it, so I actually don't know, Javis. I can make it! I can make it! Damn it. Thorough with that, weren't they? The new Zelda game is probably at the top of my list, Blue Dragon. You see, I was going to say, this is a bomb-themed thing, so it has to be bombs, but I was about to say, to my knowledge, bombs don't interact with trees. Yes, so the new Zelda game, which is also the first Zelda game, the Donkey Kong Country Returns being ported off the 3DS. I'm excited about that. Ace Attorney Investigations. Obviously the Dragon Quests. I feel like there's another one. Sorry. Mario and Luigi. There it is. Mario and Luigi. Well, let's just screw with it and see what happens here. Nope, that's a hard nope. Okay. Let's see. So we had what wishes have we had? We had LTTP. We had Link Between Worlds. We had Wind Waker, barely. Yeah, no kidding, Blue Dragon. Especially considering the developers did die. Not physically, I mean, the studio shut down. Like, Alpha Dream went under. Oh, God damn it. It's called Brothership? It is called Brothership. Sorry, in all of my notes, including my actual local document, I have it written down as Brotherhood. Let me fix that really quick. Fixed on the VODs. Yeah, I was gonna say, I had to do some digging during the Direct to try and figure out a couple of the developers involved. I wasn't really successful in figuring out who the hell is making Brothership. And I'll fix the other thing lately. What the hell was I doing? Before I got distracted. Right. Being slow. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me too much if they decided to bring some of the personnel from Alpha Dream into the studio and have them either form their own department or become part of one of the existing teams, and then that team made, you know, Brothership. That's not an uncommonality, right? That's the question, Traxy. We have no idea. Hello, Baron. I can't switch the switchback. That is a good question, Javis. Unfortunately, I haven't re-listened to it. Because I guarantee you I could spot her music, metaphorically speaking. I've given a moment to do so. Okay, this has got to be something extraordinarily simple and dumb. It's always something simple and dumb, right? Every single time I get stuck, it's something simple and dumb. Every time. Every time. I mean, did anybody actually think that Silksong was going to be there? Like, legitimately think it. Bomb the pillars. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. No. At this point, I don't think Silksong's even coming out. I'm joking. It'll probably come out someday. But, yeah. Alright, so, to the walkthrough, because I don't know what to do here, and I'm tired of standing here. Let's try to figure out which room we're in. Here we go. What? What? Okay, yep, alright. Okay, got it. So this was here, which I wasn't aware of, and that would explain that. Okay, hey! This is the intended solution. I should know, I just looked it up. That's a good question, Bionic Buck. I don't know. Hey, Baron. How's your beginning of day going? is how I get ready for the work every day. No, you're... I like Witcher 1 plenty, but visuals are not something I remember enjoying in that game in general. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. It's a French developer who made another indie game which looks kind of cool. And I mean, indie Metroidvanias are a dime a dozen, so who knows if it's quality or not. I don't care for Witcher 1, but it's alright. I hate Witcher 2. Like, Witcher 2 can die in a fire. Hello, Czar. Most people, myself included, speak positively about CNC3. Although, I should say, for the sake of transparency, I've only played CNC3 once. I've also only played CNC4 once. That one's a little more deliberate. I have actually never played Kane's Wrath. Command & Conquer 3, not Red Alert 3. Different franchises. I have played Red Alert 3 several times because that's an amazing game, which I highly recommend to everybody. I mean, Red Alert 3 is just legit. Red Alert 2 is probably better overall story-wise, but Red Alert 3 crushes it on gameplay. Which one has Tim Curry? That's Red Alert 3. I mean, I can quote Red Alert 2 from memory. You call them off, you know we'll retaliate. Don't be so sure, Mr. President. You know, I've never touched modding for Red Alert 2. What do they got? Is it done, Yuri? No, Comrade Premier. It has only just begun. I'd like to argue a negative for an enemy design for these jackasses. Due to the slow nature of it, and the stamina bar limitation, and the RNG involved, these are just boring. Favorite bad acting in a video game? I've never even heard of it, Yura. Yeah, you know what? Mega Man 8. Legitimately. Mega Man 8. Mega Man X4 is so bad it's awkward. Mega Man 8 is so bad it's hilarious. Also, Devil May Cry 1 needs to be mentioned there. I don't like FF10's bad voice acting. Or voice direction, but same point in this case. Like, I derive no enjoyment from it. If anything, it's actually worse because it should have been good, and it isn't, and that's just frustrating, you know? That's possible, Yura? Does anybody else see any differences with the lore coins Twitch points thing? James, God damn it. James Arnold Taylor's a damn good voice actor. That's the problem. I've actually forgotten what I was even doing in here. Okay, shortcut get. And I think that means, yep, this area is now solved. Next room. Ugh, I forget. So you remember, Yura, you were talking about doing this fight twice? Here we are! This is half the reason I upgraded the shield right here. Just in case, Strahexia. Hey, Boogity. You know, I just realized the other reason I hate this fight. The entire fight is L3 and R3. The most uncomfortable buttons to use on any controller. It's L3 to parry and block, and it's R3 to jab. L3, R3, L3, R3. Hate that crap. Yeah, thankfully the shield regens. And thank you, Caspian. I'll put that to Mario and Luigi Brothers ship. By which I mean the Mario and Luigi blog. Oh, excuse me. Mario and Luigi's ship. Do we want to ship Mario and Luigi? I don't know. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure it is. Anyways. God, I hope not, Blue Fusion Volt. Master, you are low on hope. I detect a 67% chance you are low on health right now, Master. Master, did you know? There's no chair you could sit on, which is why you're in so much pain, Master. Chair? Seat? I can't even leave the dungeon? Okay, enjoy the low health beta leaps, I guess. Hold up. Okay, so we can just walk back. Let's rather than messing with that, let's just walk back. Let's not even, shall we? Listen, I'm sure that Giga or Link wants Link to sit on her. Why would I get the Hylian shield? Sweet. Well, she doesn't have much of a face. Yeah, it does look cooler, and it involves fighting 8 bosses in a row. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to call that a wash. It's a dungeon rush mode, which is a dungeon rush mode. The fact that it gives a shield is whatever, so... The Sacred Shield is perfectly acceptable of an alternative. I saw someone once post I don't know what to call this. So I'm sure there's some Rule 34 art out there about Fi, and I'm sure about that because this is the internet, but also because I've seen a parody of Rule 34 art on Fi. And rather than describe it to you in full detail, which I don't think you want me to do, it involved Link being in tremendous pain and Fi saying, "Master, what did you think would happen? I am a sword." I'll let you fill in the gaps there. It didn't show anything. It was just the dialogue and Link over there going... Probably hurt, too. Okay, so, progression. Yay! His death killed me. Favorite Mario villain? Bowser. 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 I died because I was answering you, Baron. I want you to appreciate that. This is all your fault. You could also argue he's not a villain. Getting into some definitions questions there. I would probably go with Fawful as my runner-up, and then probably the Oh my god, I can't even think! This is so loud! Shut up for 5 seconds! God, game! God, just loud! Awful. The Shadow Queen from Paper Mario 2. I think I'm good stopping there. I mean, there's other decent ones, but those are the big ones. Those are the top two. Who killed my bot? It was you, Baron. You killed her just now, actually. With that question. Ah. Yeah, this is a very loud, unpleasant room. Yeah, what is this battle music? God. I didn't even see what killed me. Ah, probably the archer guy. Is this just the gauntlet floor? This is just the gauntlet floor, isn't it? What? Bella? You got it, Puggity. See you around, Baron. Have a good day at work. If you offer the symbol your sword, I calculate a high probability you'll be shown the way to a part of the Triforce. You know, at one point in time, Ganondorf just walked in and said, "Hey, there's the Triforce." Grab. I'm just saying. Just this is a bit of a trip, you know? Well, by definition, everything's after this. Because Skyward. That would be funny, actually. If Ganondorf's like, oh, hey, there's a puzzle. But just goes through the wall. Thank you, Ramble. Always appreciate the sub. And if you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Okay. So they improved it, look. That makes sense. Okay, so... Ooh. And we know other people can take Fi. Girahim can do that, among other things. So it's not like Fi is ironclad, you know. Guild Wars 2, Grim Fandango, and Dealer's Choice. You got it. Thank you again, Ramble, very much. Hold on, what isn't solved? Just the 2 floors, which have the other Triforce pieces, aren't solved at this point. So, that's good. Yeah, we'll come back to it. Whatever. Let's just go get the other one right now. Let's refill on those guaranteed arrows. I have missed my calling as an artist, clearly. Yeah, last dungeon, we finally got it. Ah. I swear to God, Fi. Thank you, a noble name. I'm glad you enjoyed the direct. What it was worth. I will go ahead and add that to... Yee's 8 and Dealer's Choice and Dealer's Choice. Yes, you can donate towards the Elden Ring DLC, obviously. If you remember, I specifically went out of my way to set up my save in a way so it'll be ready for the inevitable DLC. Not that I would blame you for not remembering that. But no one's donated for it yet. Thank God. Thank you, Nemesis. I will put that towards Elder Scrolls 6. Well, if you're going to add that, then that's the only thing you can add, because you can only add one thing at a time. For, honestly, pretty obvious reasons. So, what's it called? You know what? Elden Ring DLC. We'll just call it Elden Ring DLC. It's easy enough. People will know what that means. Shadows of the Erd Tree. Yep, like I said. DLC. That's what I just said. I have information for you. I've detected a source of sacred power somewhere within this chamber. No. If you can find a way through the river of magma, I calculate a 60% chance you will arrive at one of the sources of power. 60%?! Okay, let's save. I have extraordinarily bad memories of this hallway. I don't know why. Like, I really don't. I'm not sure where it's coming from. We'll see, won't we? I really do barely remember this dungeon at all. It's weird. I wonder if I just handed off the controller at this point. Like, here, take it. It has been much improved, yes, Nemesis. This is such a good, bad game. It's actually kind of frustrating, honestly. You know, I think I can waste an arrow on this. So how's your day going? Because, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. This should be a shortcut. Yep, okay, so shortcut get. We did have a really solid direct. No complaints. We're even getting our Oracle's remake. Very kind of. Good night, Skiga. Well wishes on the morning. Yeah, I talked about that during my own presentation of it. Well, that's my life. Blue Dragon EXE. To repeat myself in brief, because I'm not going to make you go watch for previous streams. That would be insanity. I'd say there's a likelihood of one of two dominant strategies. Either, they're trying... I don't actually remember the other strategy. I really don't. Wow, I just lost it. The second strategy, which is the one I think is more likely, is they are trying to establish and strengthen the pre-existing Switch user base as much as possible for the release of the Switch 2, presuming the Switch 2 has full backwards compatibility and full access to your account, your Nintendo Online account. If that's true, then they're doing exactly the right thing, even just financially. They've pretty much guaranteed a huge initial user base. The other possibility is they're just idiots, I guess. I can't remember. I came up with it earlier. I don't remember it right now. Oh yeah, absolutely a noble aim. And some of the best NES games, too. Mega Man 6 was one of the last games to come out on the NES. That game rocks. Okay, so let's see what this does for us. Yes, there's some rupees, which I don't care about. But sometimes rupees are relevant, so we'll go and grab them. That is a big question mark right now, Javis. Not gonna lie. I mean, it could be something as simple as that, too. Trying to squeeze a little milk out of the cow at the last minute before you take it to the butcher. Where's this thing? I think I timed that badly, but whatever. Unlock get. Yeah, I'm gonna count you along with the dozens of people all telling me Prime 4 is never coming out, and I'm just like, you've been saying that for like the last week, and during like the entire Metroid run, and I'm just sitting here like, guys, it's coming out first quarter next year, guaranteed. Nobody listens to me. Woe is me, for I am unlistened to. Well, there's a Triforce piece? What? No, I was just getting shortcuts. Alright, so... how... There we go. I didn't see the prompt earlier, so I thought maybe I screwed something up. So I just sort of defaulted to getting the shortcut. Now the hard one. No. So, I've had a theory for a while now. Yeah, I don't know what that meant. So I'm probably just going to stumble around and screw up on it. My theory for the Switch 2 is that one of its gimmicks is going to be a built-in upscaler for Switch 1 and related products. Like, that's going to be one of its selling points. I don't know how that's going to be expressed, but I can just sort of feel it. Especially since we actually already know that several of the Switch games that have come out, like, now, already have software baked into them, allowing them to take advantage of greater hardware. It doesn't have a left entrance, Bionic. Yeah, you get it, Caspian. Exactly. Exactly. Being able to run existing Switch games at higher fidelity. I don't know. I don't have a strong vibe on that. But that is my big prediction for the gimmick of the Switch 2. We'll see. It wouldn't even be that hard to do. One of the biggest reasons the Switch has so much lag is because of how terrible its, I forget the term is. Its bus isn't great either, but it's the nature of how it reads SD cards. We're using really old, outdated SD cards on the Switch. So, yeah. Okay. Well, obviously it's not going to be like the gimmick. It's not going to be the Miyamoto gimmick, Bella. Right? Like, this is the Miyamoto gimmick. Hey, this is dumb. No, but this is the real gimmick of the Switch right here. This is in the handheld mode. You know what I mean, right? Like, that's when I say gimmick. I should use a better word for that. Oh, man. Okay, so... Nope. Damn, this is actually an awful configuration right now. Feature. You know what? I like that word. Feature. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I get that you were a toy manufacturer 40 years ago, but it's been a minute, you know? Oh, that sucks. No, I can't, can I? Nope, I cannot. Yeah, that just... I really wish I had a reset button, because that's the problem I have with these puzzles. Once I get started, I get stuck, because I don't have a reset button. Wow, if Germany acknowledges something as being a work of art, that's crazy. What? What, Kitten Fan? What? What? I don't actually know what you're on about. What? What? What do you want from me? Yeah, what I probably want to do... Let me think about this for a minute. I can't bully my brain into doing this right now. Like, my eyes are literally a little bit blurry right now because of how tired I am. Okay, so that's this way. Sort of hoping to be done with the game by now, but then this dungeon decided to slow me down. That's not fair. It's not this dungeon's fault. It's the entire out. We're in the outro. We've been in the outro for a while now. There's just so much stuff to do. Remember, we have 2 encounters after this. Like, after we finish the dungeon. Speaking of which, Nazis. Okay, so. No, I wasn't kidding, Panic Punk. There really is just... It just kind of keeps going. This is probably why I have so few memories of this part of the game. God, I hope not, Jabez. I don't want to keep playing this game at this point. I want to be done with it. I want to be done with it. Oh, can we have that, please? Yep, the Nazis were led by Hitler, who committed suicide, as is his wont. I mean, so far I haven't seen, like, any consequences of the thing at all. Please. Okay, okay, so. Yeah, Paradox canceled that, and I'm actually really sad about that. I like Sims 3. Just Sims 3. And I was really looking forward to a new take on the genre. It was called Life by You, Bionic Punk. I forget the name of the developers, but they're canned now. Studio's been shut down. It was under Paradox. Tectonic, that was them. Yeah, yet another victim of mass layoff. Yeah, me too, Bionic Punk. Master, look over that way. What is it your elf eyes see, Fi? I have identified the design of the floor as a mark of Nehru. I detect the sacred power of the Triforce rating for it. Unfortunately, the way leading to the mark is closed off. Really? Tell me more. There appears to be a timeshift orb over there. I propose you utilize the timeshift orb to open a path to the mark. Thank you, Fi. You're an inspiration to us all. Yeah, it's no orb. It's a D14. It's impossible. No D14 can be that size. You know, that's a good question, Samagam. I don't know. You are correct, Lord Harrimont. Mass layoffs are terrible, and as you so accurately point out, not even just in the obvious ways that mass layouts suck. So, like this, Noctis. 3! He went into the dead zone. That's funny. No, my rupee. I'm not sure. Whoa, hello. What Tectonic has worked on. Yeah, I was thinking about something recently. Ukraine. And it was just... It's one of those awful thoughts, right? The people in charge of making decisions generally don't suffer consequences for those decisions. And that just sort of struck me really hard. It's not even a revelation. That's been true for most of human history and most avenues of human society. Right down to a CEO who decides to screw over a game developer so he can make a slightly more of a buck. Like, I can't even list any examples off the top of my head, but there are several examples I could list right off the top of my head that I can't think of right now. I'm talking in circles because I'm so tired, but the point is, companies where they do something facepalmingly stupid because someone decided to make that decision and then fired the department that failed at accomplishing that terrible idea and then got a bonus for cutting costs that quarter. Like, that's just a thing, you know? Okay, so we've got the fan. A few years, I think, Simple Gamer. Yeah, I'm trying to get some vision in there. I was going to say, even if it's just a US thing, as you say, the US is sadly quite influential. It's true, or at least it should be true, Savicon. Whoops, well, whatever. Okay, there it is. Apparently there are a couple of countries that aren't Hyrule. For real, there actually are a couple on camera. Even ignoring, you know, joking or whatever. Like all the other multi-dimensional stuff. We do go to a couple of other countries in the Oracle's games. Okay, so that looks like that's actually gotten that open up now. But there's that problem. Hyrule is a kingdom, a pretty small one, actually. Yeah, we've already established this. Hyrule is France. Okay. That's pretty much all I want to see about that. I think I can make this happen. I mean, honestly, even if we use MMO scale, Hyrule is pathetically small. Which is probably on purpose. It's one kingdom. With like one supporting village and a few neighboring tribes. Yeah, we're one of the princedoms. We're one of the, what's the acronym? The one province powers. What do they call those? I can't remember right now. OPMs, that's it. I don't want to kill you. You're a waste of my time. Go away. Listen. There's only one France. Actually, there's like 7, but let's ignore that. Gaul. There you go. So the problem is it feels like it won't... Well, no, it actually will not weigh it down. Okay. We needed to reach that spot. It looks like we needed to get in even there at all. Okay. Okay, so... Of course, I can't even see the damn thing from here, so whatever. Let's try and figure out where this is again. I mean, I guess I could just leave this, like, here-ish. Hey! Damn it, was not trying to go over the edge there. There are a few vampires in this series for some reason. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, let me try the hookshot thing, because I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay, so, I'll be right back. Okay. Let me get my energy up a bit so I don't pass out on camera. I also did just take a pain pill. Getting my blood flowing usually helps with headaches too. So we'll see if that helps. And yeah, like, we can't throw this for beans, too. That's the other thing, look. Although... Hang on. Damn it. Link, I hate you. Nothing personal. It feels like bomb jumping it, if I'm being honest. With its power, you have the ability to make Zelda's wish of vanquishing Demise a reality. I'm going to lock down the guessing game, by the way. We have 2 major encounters left, and then an ending. Hey, I just got that! Master, I believe at this juncture prayer is required. The ultimate goal we have traveled so far for is now within reach. Wish with all your might for the destruction of Demise. Sure. I wish for a Zelda game where we play as Zelda. Hey! Okay, bye. So we're dead. Punch. Actually, it would be kind of like a wet, like splook kind of a thing, right? I mean, we did wish for the destruction of Demise. I guess that's a rather literal expression of that wish. I have news. I have confirmed the Isle of the Goddess, which was formerly part of Skylife, has returned to the surface. Fi, it stopped being funny. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious that the temple we're on has returned to the surface, Fi. Jesus Christ. Furthermore, I have detected the successful eradication of Demise. Your prayers to the Triforce have been heard. In light of these factors, the seal Zelda maintained through her age-long sleep is no longer necessary. My projections indicate she will awake momentarily. Did we crush her too? Because, I mean, we did just drop a building nearby. Just saying. Oh god, where was Groose? Screw Zelda, where's Groose? Oh, thank goodness. He's okay. Yeah, the Crusader's gone. Ugh, excuse me. Zelda comes out. Oh, 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Oh, there's the handprint. That's cute. Okay, time to play Echoes of Wisdom. Aw. Alright, we did it. We're done. It's over. Definitely. Yes. Wink, wink. God, he is like a solid head taller than them. It's so funny that he's sad. Okay, you got me there. Yeah, can we close the gate of time now? Is that a thing that's an option? Like, we're done, right? Like, we're done. We're good. Before Girahim comes and forces us to fight him a third time. God damn it, Girahim! No! I don't want to fight you a third time. The first two were plenty. This is all very touching, really, but I'm afraid I have to cut this emotional moment short. It's best for everyone if you forget about your little friend. The little goddess is mine now. Dude, Demise is dead. Like, we triforced him to death. I'm just gonna watch this. Just watching. My master may have perished in this age, but in the past he lives yet. I'm taking this girl back through the gate to help me revive the Demon King. You've been so adorably dogged in your quest to get my way, and as much as it has delighted me, I can no longer tolerate you nipping at my heels. Kill me. Seriously. You know, boy, you really pushed me too far. The moment I sweated and bled for this is at hand. I don't have the time to grind my heel into a worm like you. Not now. Anyways, negative to story. Like, seriously. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One of the things that really, really irritates me in fiction is when, and this happens a lot, is when you've got a person and they're like, hey, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff, even in lore. Just counting gameplay, even in lore, they're like, super badass. But then someone's like, punch! And it's like, I've been punched. I'm so weak. I can't even stand because I'm too weak. And here's the funny part. You know another game that came out on the same system as this that did this exact same thing? Metroid Other M. You remember that? Oh, don't worry, I'll spoil it for you. Spoilers. Samus gets shot once. And she's just like, and she spends like 10 solid seconds reeling from this one shot. Oh God, it's so powerful. Ugh. And then she spends close to 5 minutes being like, oh no, I'm so damaged from that one shot. I can't do anything. All I can do is watch as the cutscene plays. I get it. You want to have the cutscene so that things happen, but you also want the player to be there so they're watching the cutscene. And that's because you're an idiot. Developers. Not my viewers. You guys aren't idiots. But developers, you're an idiot. There's something called a meanwhile elsewhere. It's really simple. You have events happen over there. We, the viewer, can see camera events that don't involve the player. So you don't have to actually have the player character sitting there being like, oh, I'm so weak. I can't move. Ugh. I'm so weak. I can't. Oh no, my one true love is he didn't even take any damage. God damn it. Oh, what would you have done, Kitten Fan? Legit question, because god damn. Just So yeah, blah blah blah. The sight of your appalling hair makes my gore rise. Dude! Yeah, use the whip. Shoot an arrow. Look at him! He's just like, oh, there's nothing I can do but watch as my friends are taken and as my one true love is being carried away from me. I'll just sit here. Completely powerless. Nothing I could do. This is like a 2-minute cutscene, too. You've done a fine job of spoiling my plans to revive the Demon King in this age, so I see no point in dawdling here. I'm so weak. So weak. But the past, oh, the past is so full of possibilities. I shall resurrect him there with divine soul of this golden-haired girl. I'm gonna get you, Garahim. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And then we're fine, of course, because of course we goddamn are. I like Kitten Fan's idea. So, there was an ability. We've actually already seen this. Girahim has the ability to throw up this, like, energy container, right? To trap someone temporarily. It's a temporary trap. And we've already seen him use it temporarily. It was actually a really good cutscene, too. And so it's like, here. And we're like, ah. And we're, like, actively cracking the barrier as he's, like, rushing to get to the door, and then but instead, no, we gotta have our finale in the past because everyone present is terrible. 2 negatives. 1 for the terrible storyboarding, 1 for the fake drama. All of this is dumb. In fact, no, actually, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said terrible drama. Cutscene incompetence. I even have a category for it. Cutscene incompetence. Yeah, Link's not Link when he's hungry. When he's hungry, he goes by Ganondorf. It is extremely Japanese von Falkenstein. And I don't care. It's still bad. I don't care if it's cultural. For Zelda to be taken to a time like this, it's unthinkable. Yeah. Listen to me. You must do whatever it takes to prevent the resurrection of Demise in the past. Yeah, sure. Hey, Groose. Good showing there, buddy. Yeah. It's Girahim. He appeared out of nowhere in thin air and got the drop on me. You must chase after him. Yeah, there should actually be a second, or I suppose arguably, a first Zelda right there through those doors right now. Hey, Savicom. I know you're joking, but are you familiar with the train derailment incident? That's all I have to say about Japanese culture. I don't remember when it happened. I know it wasn't super recent. There was a rail worker who was running one of the rails who was worried that he was going to be a little bit late on getting there. A few dozen people died. That's the super summary. You can look it up on your own time if you want to. But that's Japanese work culture in a nutshell. Oh, hey, look, it's that barrier thing that we were just talking about. Huh. Yeah, why is she still unconscious, by the way? She got hit, like, once by his attack, and she was, like, just totally laid out. I know she's not, like, weak, but surely she's not that weak, right? I did actually know that, von Falkenstein. Hear me, my hordes. The spell is nearly complete. The Demon King returns. Until then, you will keep that whelp from interfering in the ritual. So this is why I kept calling this an encounter. I don't care if the whole lot of you get lodged on the end of his blade. Do not fear him, fear my wrath if you fail me. No, we're gonna keep watching. We still haven't moved, by the way. We're just watching. We allowed them to get all the way up to us. Now, I want you to really picture how stupid that is for a second. I'm sorry. I hate to talk about geography for a second, but they spawned down here with him. Which means, while we were looking around, staring at the storm, they did this. Almost. Feel the burn. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, just a little bit further. Okay, hang on. Almost. There we go. Okay, there he is. We got him. And the whole time, we were just standing there staring. Negative to story. Storyboarding. Understand cutscene construction. You incompetent boobs. It's a tattoo. Yeah. Anyways, bye! Fun fact, these are actually a special version of these mobs, which don't block normally. So you can just chip or shred through these. This is probably intended to be a hyper beam moment. See, these ones are quote-unquote real mobs. This is the second to last encounter. Use my own terminology on the matter. Bye. Excuse me. Bye. Yes, you played Dynasty Warriors, right? Actually, when did Hyrule Warriors come out? The first one. Real question, I don't remember. I played it on the Switch. Ugh. $2014. Wait, when did this game come out? Okay, okay. A little bit of a gap. A little bit of a gap. That was weird. Why did I slow down when I hit sprint? They're just excited to be here, really. You know, that's a good question, Monocook. I'm not sure. Hey, Dark Prince Revan. Now to fight the actual boss. Well, weak! And this is my least favorite boss in the entire game, too. Never mind. Not there yet. More padding. More padding. Not too quick, boy. I realize a simple child like you knows nothing of magic, but spells like this take time and a steady hand. Can't you wait quietly like a good boy? You petulant brat, you've pushed me too far. I've waited my whole existence for this. This is my moment. You know what? Fine. If you're so intent on hurrying to your grave, I'll be happy to show you the way. Zelda, any help up there? Magical support, you know, like a rod that flips things. Makes echoes of things, maybe. This time there'll be no heroic escape. I was a fool to toy with you before and let you walk away. But I won't make that mistake again. Yeah, Zelda, you want to heal me? Because I could use that right now. So my biggest memory of this fight was struggling with the controls and then getting knocked off the edge. We'll see how we do. I'm curious where the autosave is, too. Oh yeah, so spoiler, Girahim is a sword spirit, just like Fi. If only I put you in your place from the very beginning. Show a human a little mercy, the next thing you know, he thinks he's himself your equal. Given my station, I had to maintain some semblance of dignity, so I let you run with your life, twice even, such a guilty pleasure. But instead of scurrying away like any creature with a basic instinct to survive, you kept coming back again and again and again. I've let a mere boy make a fool of me for the last time. You stand before a demon, or should I say a weapon without mercy. For you, boy, I've prepared a most appropriate and humiliating death. I even have a pet name for it. I call it the Endless Plunge. First I take my time bludgeoning you, and when I grow bored of it, I'll drive you to the edge and deliver a last strike to send you falling to your doom. I'll delight in casting your body into this pit and snuffing out the flame of your life. Your broken body will serve as fine sustenance for the Demon King. Cool. Do it! Do it! Jesus, game. Really wish block wasn't on L3. Wow, that went a lot quicker than last time. Spirit Tracks, Dark Prince Rowan. Or Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. One of those three. That's right, you thought we were done with terrible boss battles. You were wrong. See, I went for a stab, but I didn't do anything, so I assumed I didn't have to stab. Or I could really use it. Block when I say the block button, please. Thank you. You know, one of the things I miss most about Ocarina? The backflip and the side dodge. I never realized how much I missed that in the core combat until I started playing this game. Our first 3D Zelda. This is preposterous. Driven to my knees by a simple child of man. Laughable. No matter how many times we clash, I can't prevail. You think I can't defeat you? You think I can't win? Boy, what are you? Never mind, that victory is still mine to savor. While we fought, the ritual I started continued. At last it's complete. The worst character in the entire franchise shall devour the soul of the goddess and resurrect in his full glory. Once again, we're just standing and watching all this. Agreed, Ginkgo. They really improved the combat in Twilight. There's a reason I hold it in such high praise, right below Breath. Well, Zelda's dead. Now, shut up for a sec. Before I bash this even more, and I'm going to, there's exactly one bit of good characterization in this entire sequence, and it's also the only characterization Demise gets in the entire game. Girahim has been a continuous presence the entire game. He has been flamboyant and over the top. He pretty much is, Takoida mentioned this, but he pretty much is Kuja, straight up, from FF9. He goes way over the top on purpose to try and establish his identity because he feels like he doesn't have one. He's just a sword, a tool, nothing more. So Girahim is constantly being super duper flamboyant in order to try and establish some semblance of self. Okay? Now, we've already seen the opposite of that, or I guess the inverse of that, with Fi. Fi makes no attempt whatsoever to be anything other than what she is, a tool. So she comes across as very robot-like. Nice contrast there. So, what do you think the very, very first thing that's going to happen? The moment Demise comes back to his extremely loyal servant who has spent years slaving away, trying to resurrect him. So Girahim bows. Welcome back to us. Master. Demise's immediate reaction. Doesn't even acknowledge him, past getting his sword back. That's all he does. That's it. Girahim might as well not even exist to him. He spends less time and attention on his most loyal and faithful servant than you would on a piece of furniture. Enjoy that. It's the only characterization Demise gets. I've seen someone do this fight blind. I don't think I'm going to do quite that well. So you are the chosen knight of the goddess. Intriguing. The goddess lowered herself to a mortal existence to keep me in prison. How pathetic. This bag of flesh pales in comparison to the magnificence of her previous form. I turbo do not, von Falkenstein. Don't worry, Lore! Groose is here to make this cutscene good again! I'm barely joking. Link has been standing around doing absolutely nothing for, like, I think a solid 5 minutes at this point. And Groose is like, don't worry, I got your back, Bo. I got you. I have no idea, Czar. So, you and that other human would stand before obliteration to aid the goddess, would you? How curious. The humans I've known were weak things, hardly more than insects, shivering under rocks and ready to flee at a mere glimpse of me. When last I walked this world, they did little more than scream and cling to their goddess, mewling and praying, counting on her to protect them. How amusing to think those cowards begat someone like you. You grow more fascinating by the second, human. I never imagined I'd meet one of your kind who wished to stand against me in battle. Very well then, I shall prepare a place where we will not be bothered by distractions. If you still have the courage to face me, seek me there. Why are we just... Okay, whatever. Kill me! It's all on you! Oh, and Granny had some info for you. She says it'll take time for her to absorb the soul completely. So you can go do side stuff now. And then it's just, you know... We can just keep going. No. Any minute now. You gotta do this! You're all Zelda's got! You gotta make this happen. Groose, you have literally just proven that I am not all she has. If you fear for your life, do not follow me. You can spend what little time your world has left cowering and crying, as befits your kind. But if you truly desire to raise your blade against the world I would build, come for me. I've waited eons to return. I can spare a few more moments to let you decide. Actually, from your perspective, it's been like a couple of days. Just pointing that out. It's up to you now, Laura. I know I literally just said that, but I'm going to say that one more time. Okay, so yeah, let's refill a little bit, shall we? Well, no, because that was a wish that did that, Trihexia. Alright, time to do side stuff. I'm kidding. We don't have any side stuff to do. We are going to refill and build up a little bit, too. Actually, no, hang on. No, I just like Groose as a character, Savicom. No ships here. Except for us and the woman that we should have stayed loyal to, Beatrice. I even remember her damn name. Can I go to the sky from here? Nope. Okay, sorry. Just checking. Oh, yeah, definitely some brother shipping going on. Mario and Luigi. Oh, my gosh. Those two. Oh. Sparks flying. Excuse me, I'm gonna go throw up in my mouth a little bit. Hey, Impa. Aren't you fighting the final battle? No. Could you imagine what would have happened if I hadn't pulled off one of my famous Groose maneuvers? Yeah, she hit a bag of bones and flesh instead of the ground. What a soft landing. Yeah, Demise is the source of all evil of the entire franchise, and that's not actually a joke. That's not a meme, that's not anything. That's canon. Which once again helps to emphasize why I put so little faith in canon. Hey, Impa, do you remember the events from the past? Okay, just thought you could help me out, because, you know, the events, the final battle literally happens in the past, in front of you. Yeah, I'm right. I don't need a cannon. I got the Groosinator. Oh, the layout's different. Right, that makes sense. And there's no chairs. I just need a chair in my legs. My legs, Girahim, it was just so much. Oh my god. If it's not obvious, I think we have officially hit the sunshine point. Like, even the last dungeon wasn't what I would call bad. In fact, actually, I've already given positives for it because I thought it was really good. But then we have the rush, and then we have the fricking, the battle with Girahim, which was nowhere near as bad as I remembered, by the way. We just slaughtered him. And now we've got the actual final battle, which I'm not doing with 3 hearts and 1 fairy. I'm not that crazy. Now, I told you I have 1 memory of the final battle. No, it's fine, Blue Fusion. Don't worry about it. Even though the final battle's in the past, don't worry about it. You have to do this in the final battle. And if you remember, I have notoriously had issues doing that the entire game because something was wonky with my controller. That never got better. So imagine you're in the final battle, barely managing to hold your own against this asshole. Because he's kind of a rough fight, especially when you're fighting the controls and you're in physical pain. And then you're like, hold up the thing, and it's like, okay. And Link's like, I'm holding it up. And it's like, no, hold up the thing. Yeah, I'm holding it. And then he'd be like, oh, stam! And he'd just hit you in the face because you're trying to do the Skyward Strike and it won't work. Yeah, sure. Just for funsies. What's going on, Javis? We don't have a grasshopper or a firefly. Oh, well. half damage, and I'm pretty sure we could double the duration. Hey, welcome, Lord. Do you have something to deposit with me, the woman who got her heart broken or is getting prettier by the day? I'm never forgiving the game for this. Well, you see, Savacom. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, Demise is in the past. We can take our time here. Beatrice. I can't believe I remember her name, but her name's Beatrice. Sure. No, I was just trying to heal. Not get drunk. Yeah, stamina potions can be used. Thanks. Where's a good source of fairies? Because I want one more fairy for this stupid fight. Yes! If we kill him in the past, the search for the Triforce was completely pointless. I mean, I guess I could just bring a red potion. Whatever. Yeah, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it. The only downside is since the game doesn't pause to use a potion, that I might die while I'm trying to frantically chug a potion. But screw it. Let's just do this. I liked it, Rex. 2 positives. Couple of issues here and there, but otherwise it was good stuff. We can do that one. That is a full heal. And that is right. How do you get 2 full heals? I actually have a lot of bees after the bug hunt. Oh yeah, can someone type !guess really quick, please? No reason. By the way, if you haven't got your guess in, I'm locking down the guessing game now. So this would be a good time to do it if you haven't. I'll give you until I get to the last save point. How's that sound? It is the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Oh, hey, Groos's thing is still here. Somehow. That's honestly kind of disbelieving, but whatever. I'm just gonna let that go. Yeah, we don't need Zelda. We've got Groos. Wow. I think this is one of the least amount of hearts I've had at the end of a game, like, ever, in one of these. Look at that. That's a lot of heart pieces we're missing. That's like 20 heart pieces we're missing. Jesus. Oh, whoops. Right. Link, are you okay? Yeah, I'm just going to kill Demise in the past. Huh? But he's already dead. Bye. Oh yeah, and just to complain one last time, unless we ascribe to the idea that this is multiple timelines, which absolutely nothing in the game indicates, this is actually self-contradictory timelining. The whole game has done a pretty good job of keeping track of whether it's time travel that always happened. Again, Zelda was there the moment we first showed up. Or time travel that alters things, like we did with the Time Stones in the second half of the dungeons. Or excuse me, third half. But here, none of this really makes sense. Like, we're just gonna go kill him in the past. Permanently, it's worth noting. And then, like, huh? Like, there's a couple of question marks there. I'm not going to give that negative yet, but I'm going to give a couple other negatives, because what the crap? Okay, so I gave the positives for that. That was good. The Girahim fight, it's actually not that bad. I was actually with that. Holy crap, got me surprised. Yeah, exactly, Frieza. Like, functionally, what we're doing here is erasing the entire timeline to such a massive extent that none of us should even exist. But if we assume time traveler's exemption clause, that still causes some issues, right? And yeah, his curse endures. Obviously, that was the whole point of it, so... Huh? Put some question marks by this, because I've got to look something up for that. Alright, so hang on. So. Oh, right. Locked down the guessing game. Said I would. Man of my word. I'm a man of my word, Music Man. Only one person has guessed that this will break the 100 marker. Master Lore, I have information for you! Once you enter this portal, my analysis indicates a 0% chance you'll be able to return unless you're able to vanquish your foe. So, one in a return marker. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna suck at this. I don't even remember how to do this fight. Ah, so you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. Get it? We're Skyward, Blue Fusion Volt. The hate for the gods that has boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, and mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. Visually, he looks really good. He's an excellent combination of, like, Ganondorf, obviously, much more muscular, to the point of actually being somewhat inhuman looking. He's literally got scales, and, like, he's got that pulsing black vein thing that gives him even more of an inhuman look. It's a very good visual design. And he will take the Triforce for his own. Oh yeah, he also has fire for hair. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity. Yeah, like a Ganondorf ogre. And he's huge! Over twice our height. I'm having a really hard time hitting L3. That's the problem I'm having there. God damn it. I really hate that parry is on L3 of all things. That is such a terrible design choice. No, we're not at the point where I'd use the shield potion yet. Fine. We'll wait it out. This is so terrible. I can't put into words how awful it is having to parry with L3. That is such a terrible design choice. Let's take something that is notoriously very... Parrying by design is time-based, right? It's precise. You have very few frames of window. Blocking is easy, parrying is hard. That's what parrying is from a game design perspective. So let's put that on the worst goddamn button with the least precision and the most delay to input that exists on a controller. Why would you do that? Yeah, picture Sekiro or Jedi Fallen Hero, or Jedi Fallen Order, excuse me, with L3 as your parry button, and that's all you need to know to understand how frustrating this is. God damn. Yeah, imagine Royal Guard with L3. That's another great way to put that. Yeah, L3, it means pushing in the left analog. Something that should never in game design be used for anything other than like menu or map, or something that is not part of combat, for reasons I could have discussed many times in my life. Let's go ahead and pop that potion, shall we? I hate this early, but here we are. Or let's not pop the potion because the game doesn't pause when I go to use potions, so that's cool. So there's my one and only fairy. That's the only automatic I get. I disagree with that, Ginkgo, because that's part of movement, and the last thing you want to do when you're moving is accidentally start sprinting or crouching. Okay, so phase 2. Now we're going to pop the Guardian Potion. Hey, the Wind Waker last boss was awesome. Let's try to mimic that. Did it go off? I think it went off. Game? You want to let me swing my goddamn sword, please? God damn it, this game pisses me off. Yeah, I'm aware that my shield broke, thanks. We're out of everything. And I don't have a backwards flip. You say I do, but I think you're lying to me. So I'm just gonna die and start this fight over again. So what's gonna happen here? Yep. Wouldn't let me swing. Every single goddamn time. There's a pause where it's like, ching, and then you can swing. It's like a solid half freaking second before you can actually swing your goddamn sword, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna stab you because you're just standing there like an idiot. Because what else would he do? So, we're gonna close the game here. God, I hate this goddamn freaking game so goddamn much. I hate this game. I hate this game. Master, I've decided to waste your time with more dialogue. Let's make sure we have everything, which we do. Thank God for skippable cutscenes, by the way. This could be so much worse than it already is. I still don't actually know what the game wants me to do in Phase 1. In fact, actually, let's go Google it. What am I supposed to do in Phase 1? Let's look that up, shall we? What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do you want from me, game? It takes 28 hits to push him out of Phase 1. Okay. However, the walkthrough says the easy solution is to do a backflip the moment you successfully hit him. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. How do you do a backflip? Let's see. What do we got? Maybe this will show. Well, this is B while locked on, and as you can see, it's doing absolutely nothing. So, let's Google that. Skyward Sword, HD backflip. Back plus A, which is actually really awkward given the usage of the right analog, but it's at least doable. So, one of the sins we give bosses is when they're boring. Not that I bring that for any particular reason here. These two. That's what I did last time, Blade of Ellen. That cost me a fairy. Phase 2. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Also, the lock-on has a distance problem, so that's also a problem. Just on top of everything else. My hand's cramping a little bit. I'm going to pause for a second. Holding down Z, L, and back for long periods of time is not a very pleasant experience. I'm actually kind of curious to something, because in Ocarina of Time, a game that came out 15-something years before this, there was an option, which is not here. You probably know the option I'm talking about. It's the toggle, right? Instead of having to hold down ZL, or Z, actually, in that case, you can just tap it. But that option does not exist because, for some reason, when they were designing video games in the more modern era, they realized, you know all those great options we added back in, like, the SNES era and the N64 era? Let's throw all those out the window. Good idea. Every time he lunges is a back, every time he swings is a sidewards. The moment he swings, he loses access to his lightning. That's my chance to go ahead and get the lightning back and try to hit him. Unfortunately, because I swing so quickly, I tend to lose my swing, so I have to actually swing slowly in order to hit him more rapidly. Because these controls were made by monkeys. Go. There's our fairy. It's also a good time to do this. We might die again. Just because he is so punishing of any mistake whatsoever. And like I said, my hand's starting to hurt. Fire. Yeah, the first Fatal Witness, I actually remembered that. Of all things to remember, I remembered that. I agree, this would be a much better boss if the controls were better. I mean, even just the toggle would have helped a lot. Oh yeah, we just destroyed Girahim, by the way. Got that. Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I've ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. Frankly, that's pretty unambiguous in English. I already showed off the original Japanese translation, but look at that. Yeah, Spirit of the Hero. In other words, Wind Waker Link is not exempt, so that's cool. Or Spirit Tracks Link, for that matter. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King in the past. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword and is now sealed away. But we erased him! Letting it go, letting it go. You have done well, Lore. I do not agree with that sentence. Oh yeah, and you notice how the whole game, I have to re-emphasize this, the whole game was a plot by Hylia to permanently erase, cessate Demise. And at the end of the game, all we do is seal him away in the Master Sword. I cannot be the only one who that grinds my gears. So, kill me! Thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Hell, we even successfully erased Demise in the present, if you remember. Successfully erased him from existence. Nice going, you two. You guys are totally amazing, this little adventure I like to call The Legend of Groose. I'd play it. That's a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I can make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. So things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you, too. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Hylia, your grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Oh yeah, real quick, as an aside. I saw a YouTube comment which actually stuck with me. Of course this is an origin story. It's all the Zelda developers actually know how to make anymore. And if you think about it, there's a bit of logic to that. Like LTTP, and then Ocarina. Anyways. Master, I must speak with you. Kill me! Sorry. Master Lord, you have successfully protected the Goddess Reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. And... Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Why did you say the same thing 3 times in a row? And it's worth noting that even in canon, with one exception, Fi does actually stay quiet. She never comes back. The sword does, but she doesn't. The only exception is one scene in Breath of the Wild. It'd be funny if he missed. Dink! Oh, whoops. Sorry, Fi. Sorry. Kill me! Kill me. Hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of the land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates to what closest to what people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as I speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relate to you words I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but I now wish to say them for myself. Thank you. May we meet again in another life. Unearned, but still a good cutscene. Impa, why? Come with us. Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that's not possible. I'm a being of this age. My place is here. I mean, we're going to meet you in a minute. It's going to be a little longer for you, but, you know. You must return to your own time. I'll take care of the gate once you've passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Oh, yeah, sorry. I apologize. I think I spoiled this like the first time we met her. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time, and I did so to protect you and aid the fight to rid the world of destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Uh-huh. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. This is the nature of any task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess of Tropical Gardens, I welcome this duty. Yeah, remember, thousands of years. That's their terminology, not ours. So there's going to be thousands of years between this and where we're about to be. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. We must destroy it and create low rule. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Yeah, remember, Zelda's like right over there in the crystal. And will be for the next few thousand years. We don't know how many thousands, but it doesn't really matter, does it? The moment we go past 1,000 years, like, it's just bonus points at that point. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. You can skip this cutscene. I was just curious. I'm not going to do it, but I was just curious. No, Demise is sealed, remember, not actually dead. Sure. Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, Impa is in fact Impa. I apologize. I really did give that away early, and I kind of spaced that they don't give that away until the ending. I wasn't surprised by this the first time around, either. It's extremely obvious. See? I told you we'd meet again. Yeah, how long do the Sheikah live? Jesus. What did you eat? Did you have, like, a comic book or something? Oh, yeah, and then, by the way, she immediately dies. Instantly. Like, one last goodbye, and then she's dead. You know, Zelda games have always been dark games, all the way back to LTTP, or arguably 1, if you're paying attention to the lore. So, it doesn't bother me when they do dark moments or dark story sequences, but what really kind of grinds my gears a little bit is... Do you remember the ending to LTTP? You know, one of my favorite Zelda endings of all. You know why? It's because after an extraordinarily dark game, of being on the verge of total collapse, of being in the middle of an apocalypse, we managed to push back things and have a massively, unabashedly happy ending. And it was earned. It made sense in the universe, and it was something we worked towards, and that was awesome. So, like, for a while now, the Zelda series has just kind of had this thing. Like, it's not consistent. It's not all the time, but they've had this thing where they have to have, like, a bittersweet or a straight-up downer ending. And I've never figured out where that came from exactly. It would be fascinating to figure out where exactly that started being a thing. Twilight is not immune to that, my favorite Zelda. Wind Waker kinda leans into that. Ocarina kinda leans into that. Breath is... I have no idea how Tears ends, obviously. And now I'm blind. Majora had a happy ending. That's true. Majora had an unabashedly happy ending. Link's Awakening, that's true. That might actually be the first one. where the trend started. That's true, Kitten Fan. But I don't mind that. Alright, let's wrap this up. Why do people keep breaking my bot? It was actually von Falkenstein who said, "What's the worst Zelda in the series?" And that's easy. 1. So this is actually kind of neat. This is the stuff we never saw, and honestly probably should have seen throughout the course of the game. This is Zelda's story. Remember, she's been on an adventure the entire time. We've only seen snippets of it. Yes, spite, Dark Prince Rowan. Yeah, honestly, I kind of like the idea of little brief sections with her, even if they're not even gameplay focused, although I would prefer them be gameplay focused. If you're going to be a coward about it, let us play as Impa, you know? I mean, this is going to be a net positive game, Kitten Fan, don't mistake me. It could have been so much more. I guess that's why I whinge so much, you know? Failed potential bothers me. It probably shouldn't. Because, you know, failed potential is better than Drek, right? Yeah, it's Voyager, exactly, Ross. It's Star Trek Voyager. It's, like, that close to being something awesome. Right there! Alright, whatever. I am so sorry, Frieza, that I have failed you. Oh man, that's even worse, Kid Fan. Now that's a game that's not a good game. Good God. Ugh. Star. It's okay. I already own Sticker Star. I didn't even have to buy it. I've owned it since it came out. Yeah, I bought that game day one on faith. We might actually find a new bottom, or at least get towards the bottom with Sticker Star. That is a terrible game. It's Tuesday, right? Yep. This feels a lot longer than a 5-day game. Is Sticker Star that bad? I think Sticker Star will challenge Starfield. I mean that. Keep in mind, Starfield's score is still kind of being in progress because they keep patching stuff and making stuff worse. Or something funny. I only had one game over the entire playthrough on the final boss fight. Can we just make another wish? Can we just... No? Okay. There's one last cutscene. Were you in the thing? Oh, you just came down. Okay, cool. Like, I was in there taking a nap! What the hell? Where are we? I'm so confused. The Triforce is right there. Hey, you want to permanently destroy Demise and therefore save every future generation from every nightmare they're ever going to experience ever? No? Just a thought. Because we know the Triforce can permanently destroy Demise. That was the whole plan for the whole game, and a plan you succeeded at on camera. Just saying. No, we made our wish. Zelda can make her own wish. Zelda, touch that thing. Make a wish. Erase Demise. Look around us as a child. I'll read that in a second. She's typing too slowly. As a child, I once dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface of my own eyes and feel the land's warmth breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. How about you, Laura? What are you gonna do now? That's a really dumb question, but she's not, Blatcheville. The whole point of her dumping her sorry ass into a mortal body was so she could bypass that little loophole. And then we go back to Beatrice and we're like, hey, want to come down to the surface with us? Huh? They've got pumpernickel. She's like, what's pumpernickel? Oh, wait till I show you some pumpernickel. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I'm okay. Let's finish up this audit. I only have a couple moments, or a couple things to write down here. I did most of the audit off camera. You can now play the save again. Do you hate yourself? Do you hate your life? Do you want to desperately kill yourself? Yeah, sure, whatever. Never mind. No, I'm good. Yeah, okay, there we go, okay. We've unlocked hero mode, though. Yeah, get off my screen. Go away. Let's play a real Zelda game. Let's do it. Real Zelda time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's do it. Yeah! Let's do it. Yeah! This is... God, it's just... It's so bad. I'm sorry. I am obviously joking. Hypothetically, yes, Blade to Ball. Some random Joe Schmo could walk up and make a wish. That's exactly what Ganondorf did. Twice. Once in Ocarina and once in the Imprisoning War leading up to LTTP. That's the whole point, is that everyone was fighting over it, and Ganondorf stumbled into it. By luck, or they actually have a term for it in Twilight Princess. They call it, like, the divine jest or divine joke or something like that. So anybody can just walk up to the damn thing and be like, whoa. In this game, you must have an unbreakable spirit. And you have to be mortal, which is just one of those out-of-nowhere things. Tingle shows up. Oompa Loompa! I can't wait to be a real fairy. This will give me my power to finally take all the fairies. And then he turns into from Ocarina of Time. Let me finish this damn thing. And then Link is just like boop and just puts him into a bottle, and that's the end of that. Hang on, Bionic. Let me do some Maya. I mean, we know what Tingle would wish for. That's the bad part. Yeah, why wasn't Girahim a trident? Like, you have this whole motif. It was even a major plot point in Four Swords. Not that that game has anything to do with anything. Now, if you want to be really on the nose, so that every time he would, like, grab the sword when he's blocking, he'd been grabbing it like this, right? Just hit! And just hold the sword in place. Just a little visual cue. For anybody paying attention or anybody playing it the second time around. Yeah, we're gonna get our third sword spirit, or excuse me, weapon spirit in the next game. Try. See you around, Yada. Hey, Javez, the ending was... a good question. We'll call it 2 negatives and 1 positive for the ending. Which means a total of 2 positives and 2 negatives for the outro. Yeah, I would not want to have been I would not want to have been in the office during the development of this game. Every account I've ever read said it was awful, just terrible. And Nintendo usually prides itself on its working environment, so they admit that with a bunch of shame. That's, yeah. Okay, so that is a net +5 to story. That puts it below Phantom Hourglass. And that game didn't have a lot of story going for it. That puts it down there with Oracle of Seasons. The one that barely had a story. What's 24 plus 19? I don't feel like doing it in my head. 43. Better than Starfield isn't really what I would call a badge, you know? Yes, I say. So far, we've only reviewed one game that's worse than Starfield. One. That is not much of a feat. To be better than Starfield, I mean. Yeah, if we ever find a Zelda that's worse than Starfield, we have problems. Even Zelda 1, with Second Quest, doesn't even come close. Apologize, I'm going a little slower than usual here. I am terrible. I'm also trying to be thorough. I don't want to miss anything. This is going to be such a... I mean, I guess I never want to miss anything, but, like, there are so many positives and negatives alongside each other. Like, I don't want to miss anything here. Hell, the other one that everyone's wondering if it'll beat Starfield is Ride to Hell Retribution, because it might not. Which is sort of weird when you think about it. But it's true. Alright, so let's do our final run here. Yeah, the only plus to story Ride to Hell will get. So bad it's good. 6. So, keeping up our trend of comparing this alongside all the other Zeldas, this has as many boss pluses as Minish Cap, for example. Not quite as many as Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, and not as many as Link Between Worlds, which is way up there in terms of boss design. Let's see, how do I give this to? Well, see, it's okay because they time traveled stuff. You got to think about it from that perspective. It's not their first time around. Level design, this is another one which this one obviously shines on. Crushing quite a few. And once again, getting up a lot of Minish Cap comparisons here. Go figure. Good level design. Yeah, by the way, not to keep talking about the terrible, terrible game that is Sticker Star. But do you think Fi is an annoying companion? Because you have not seen Sticker Star's companion, who is just the worst. And the worst part is, the game tries to make you care about them, and it's like, no. No, I'd kind of rather they die, if that's cool with everybody. Like, there's a moment where, like, alright, it's goodbye. It's been fun. And I'm like, no, it hasn't. It hasn't been fun at all. What are you talking about? Oh my god, Savako. Oh. This is one of only 2 Zelda games to get very few level negatives. I was about to say none, but then I realized it actually got 1 level negative, but still. The others, if you're wondering, are Minish Cap and Link Between Worlds. It's everywhere. Replayability. At the same time, too, Rex. But then again, considering the attitude in the office, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't get the second replay positive by default. It absolutely doesn't get the third because it's a Zelda game. And that just leaves the first, and no. 93. You know, I don't plan these things, right? You understand that. Those of you who watch me who understand, who've been following me for a while. You know I don't plan for things to line up. If anything, I would like to say it's an example of the system working as it should. Rather than build you up a little bit more, let me fill out the genre sheet here really quick. Because oops, wrong one. You know, I just... So for those of you who like to timestamp the golden number, this is a good time to timestamp. But I want to build up to this real quick, if that's okay with you. I had so many negative memories of this game. And it really was not a joke as I was going through this playthrough that I would see something that I had forgotten until I saw it. And it was just like, oh God, that moment. That kept happening throughout the course of almost the entire game, honestly. It's just like, oh crap. So my memories of the first time around were so poisoned that, and I said this over and over, I didn't trust them. So I just kind of locked it away. I had no idea the quality of the game that I was playing. I couldn't. It was too mired in things that had nothing to do with the game itself, and therefore I couldn't give a fair assessment of the game. So I legitimately was kind of hoping, I was actually severely hoping that this game would prove me horrifically wrong with the new controls and new system, and the additional quality of life features and improvements, that this game would be 100 plus. So I'm going to drop the bombshell first. Golden number of 33.61. Just gonna... But now we got to talk about that. Let's dig into that for a second, okay? First, the story score. 5 pluses to story. I already kind of talked about that. But because of the length of the game, that's only 0.14 pluses per hour. And a ratio of 55%, which is a new worst ratio, not counting Zelda 1, which is at 0. That is a terrible story ratio. And it exists because for everything they did right, they did something wrong. There were tons of pluses and tons of negative. That's why we track the ratio, right? Gameplay. Plus 13. That's actually not too shabby, all things considered. If this is just some rando game that, you know, someone threw together and plus 13 could be good, yeah, sure, but context. This is Zelda. This is a mainline Zelda. That's 0.37 pluses per hour, and a ratio of 57%. Just barely over positive again, and for the exact same reason as story. Now, here's the thing. Phantom Hourglass got 6, 16, and 45. This got 5, 13, and 33. Yes, that's right. This game scored worse than Phantom Hourglass. Across the board, actually. Spirit Tracks, despite its issues at the last minute, got 13, 2, and a 29. And this is the thing that I said, I couldn't have planned this. Every Zelda game made in this era, all 3 games made by the same team at the same time, all scored within 10 points of each other. Or, I guess that's not true. Sorry, that's actually more like 16 points of each other. Excuse me. 29, 33, 45. I don't know what to add to that. Tomorrow, We'll play Ocarina.